the greenhouse. Well, it got pretty demolished. I lost a lot of plants. Here are the seedlings that I was able to save. These tomatoes fell out of their pots, also the peppers. All of this. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to plant out as much as I possibly can, I think. There's a good chance that I could have lost all of these plants here. I've lost some of the tags, lost some plants, don't really know what things are. Luckily, I saved these literally at the last minute. All the soil had come out of here. All of these fell out. I saved all of that. I have to pot this up or something. I don't know. Alright, so in the process of taking the tree down, I used a tree behind the greenhouse to basically anchor it off so that we had a tree to tie to the other tree, put it on a pulley system, and pulled it down. And that's how we did that. I put it a little bit too close to the greenhouse. I thought that the rope would just kind of like nudge against the thing, right? Like, hey, what's up? But no, it like pulverized the thing. So the greenhouse is done for. Wouldn't you know? So I guess we're just gonna not have a greenhouse this year. I cannot put it on my schedule to build a greenhouse until at least fall. I'm just far too busy. It's not a thing that can happen. So I gotta get in there and I'm gonna break apart a whole bunch of metal, stick it on the trailer, and take it off to the dump because that's really all that I can do at this point. Alright, this bed here is to stay. This is where this is gonna be. This is what's here. I am gonna go ahead and plant out what I can. Here I have some nasturtiums. They fell, got a little bent, everything's a little banged up. Here I've got nada-pinos. I'm going to put them back here, keep them away from where I plan on putting spicy peppers, and I have to re-sow a bunch of seeds. Hey look, my fence is done. It's looking pretty cool. There's a trailer on the other side that I can kind of see through. The spaces in between the horizontal, they're the first and second cuts of mostly what this is. Actually, most of this is the second and third cuts, but we don't need to get all specific, do we? The spaces between them, it's a pretty big space, I'm not gonna lie. But what I'm gonna do is, as soon as the entire fence is done, so we're doing this all the way throughout the garden, and as soon as the fence is done, I will then be going on the back side of it and doing the deer fencing. So it'll have double layer protection. That's what at least I'm hoping for. I don't think that the deer will be able to get through the fence if there's a fence, a legitimate fence. So hopefully, both of them working in tandem will ensure a successful garden year. Deer don't get in, that means I get my harvest. That's what is important. That's what all of this work is for, to ensure that I get all of the harvest that I'm going to be planting. Yesterday the camera died. I did not finish recording. I finished doing some things that I was doing out here before we got rained out. It's been raining on and off all day. It's been kind of a lovely crappy day. I came out here, planted a couple of things. I just kind of like did a broad throw of a bunch of pumpkin seeds, just kind of seeing, let's see what takes. I will be going in the next couple of days and getting compost. It is all going to be raining also over the next couple of days. I'm not really too worried about birds or anything coming through to take the pumpkin seeds. One, because I've never noticed them doing that. I will just throw seeds out and they don't touch the pumpkin seeds. However, peanuts the squirrels get, sunflowers all the animals get. There's a couple more off the top of my head. I can't seem to think of them. Regardless though, I'm not worried about these pumpkin seeds that I have sprawled out. I do have a whole lot of them. What I put out was a field pumpkin, some pie pumpkin. I also did some honeydew melon, I think. Yesterday we had the accident with the greenhouse, and I lost half of my plants. Unfortunately, it was just one of those oopsie daisies. Bad planning on my part more than anything. So what I did my best to save what I could. I had to transplant quite a few things out, including tomatoes. I think I transplanted out probably 15 tomatoes yesterday. Something touched me. I hope that they make it through. Our last frost date was 2 days ago, so I think that we're good. Our nightly temperatures are around 60 degrees, a little bit below 60, into the upper 50s. I mean, I didn't even have sides on the greenhouse. You know, they've grown outside, except for whenever they came inside for, what was it, 2 weeks or something. Yeah, but otherwise, it's a good thing we have a long growing season. Look at that. They are going to open soon. These are painted daisies, and these are your regular common daisies. And I really do think that those are ranunculus right there. I really think that's ranunculus. That looks familiar. It might be this daisy. Like we got multiple different leaves here, so I'm still trying to figure out what's what. But I do think that they're all daisies, and I do know that I need to separate these. I hope that's not a weed. Now I look at it at the base, that kind of looks like a weed, but I thought it was daisy. I don't know. It's hard to figure out what you have if you don't label it, right? Okay, along the archway here, I have it planted for the most part. These beans are purple potted pole beans. Look, I labeled. We have some cilantro right there. These are cucamelons. They are just wild. They just grow all on their own as many times as they have reseeded. I got some sugar snap peas in between the beans. More beans. There's some nasturtium. And I believe all of these are purple potted beans. And then there's, I had to transplant out some of the smaller tomato seedlings. I labeled what was here, so this is Mariglobe tomato, and I separated them as far as I could. This one is not going to make it. That one's all droopy. That one looks okay. That one looks good. So they're not all going to make it, but plants don't always make their transplant anyway. Here we've got our raspberry vines, or canes, whatever you want to call them, raspberry canes. Split them up, and they're going to be growing on this thing. I do need to add the trellis here. Oh, look, we have a blossom. Nice. Our banana plants are coming up. On the other side of the trellis, I was getting ahead of myself. We have more beans. This one doesn't look so good. These are yellowing. They were yellowing in the containers. So I'm hoping that this transplant into this decent soil. Now, it's not really, really great soil, but it's decent. We could amend it with compost, which we will be doing as soon as we get it. All of these beans, did I label them? I did. Kentucky pole bean. So all of those. I thought I killed this blueberry bush. I killed all the other ones, but this one is starting to come back. So it must really want to grow. Yay. Yay for you. Or me figuring out the right soil consistency. I don't want any pumpkins growing in here. Get out of there. Get out of there. Alright. See, this is broadcasted. These are a little on top. Mostly I'm just nervous to stick my hand in the soil on account of all the snakes I've seen lately. There's a couple of them. I need to pick all of this up. I need to move that. My bed was demolished, you can see. So that's kind of what this is. Half of this got a little messed up. Banana plant looking great. The dandelion plant. Man, I didn't realize they got that big. We're going to have a lot of roots to harvest from that one. Got more banana plants there. Looking good. More mullein. That big tree is down. Still need to clean up this area so that we can get the fence in. Gotta get the fence connected. Come all the way around and go all the way down. Oh, sad greenhouse. Oh, that fell. I did not notice. Man, he really messed my stuff up. He really demolished these two beds here. Didn't even notice that. Alright, so I need to fix that because it's on my plants. Also, I need to come out here and harvest whatever Brussels sprouts from these that I can. They've gone to seed and they're done putting their energy into growing the blossoms. Now their energy is focused into growing flowers and seed. So before they get all bitter tasting, I need to come out here and get them. Here in the herb bed, I need to come get some of this kale and cut down all this cilantro. It's gone to seed, but it's perfectly fine. It doesn't taste bitter. So what I'll do is dehydrate it, or I don't know, maybe we'll have Mexican for dinner. In the back, I had put tomatoes, and this is where I found the little baby copperhead hanging out in the mint there. Yeah, I don't really want to mess with that anymore. I'm sure it's gone now. Look at this oregano. But of course, baby snakes in my garden beds make me nervous about putting my hands in there. This garlic is looking good. Looking real good. However, it is starting to bend, and I'm worried that if they start topping over, it's going to signal to the bulbs that they're done. So I wasn't going to top them off again, but I really think that I should. See, we're starting to bend over, and if it becomes too top heavy, I don't need it to signal that it's done. I want full heads of garlic and onions. Look at that mint. I mean, this stuff is taken off. Right here, I had started clearing all the stuff out and then got rained out, so I put my benches and everything are right there for now, and there's a chair there. But we're going to level this. We're going to make this as level as we possibly can so that I have a nice level sitting spot. The trees have been trimmed to the same height. I know it doesn't look like it, but this tree is much higher than this tree is. So they are level, even though it doesn't look it. So we're going to level this out and probably do gravel down or something to keep all of the wisteria vines from growing through. Poor greenhouse. You fought till you couldn't fight anymore. This greenhouse has been abused. It has been beaten up. It has been rained on and smushed down and twisted and ran over, and poor thing is done for. Now Josh, my husband, says that we could just come out here and fix this, and I was like, dude, there's no way that we could possibly fix this to make it look nice. I mean, it does not look nice. It's just a hunk of crap now. So I really think that we just need to take this thing apart, put it on the trailer, take it to the dump, and be done with it. I had to put all my seeds outside. I had to move everything that I could. Obviously, I didn't get any of the pots or all the crap because there's a water moccasin in there. Haha, another snake. I'm afraid of snakes. So all of our stuff is now outside. There's nothing in here or in here because I need to pot up. A lot of this I could go ahead and start putting this little baby stuff out in the garden. The only thing is, like this, you see this ant here? This ant guy right there? Yeah, they like to top off my plants. Let me show you an example. Oh, here we go. Topped off. Topped off. So those are going to die. Without its leaves, it cannot photosynthesize. So, you know, they'll just wither away and die. They can't grow any more than that. Got to do a lot of reseeding. See, in the pots, these are yellowing, so there's not enough nutrients in here to sustain it. They need nitrogen. I need to go ahead and plant these out. Rattlesnake beans. The only thing is my archways are full. Now, I'm still planning on putting up probably 5 or 6 more archways at minimum. I still have a whole lot of beds to build, though, so I don't have anywhere to put those. I should have thought that through before planting them, but I had to grow something. You know how it gets in the wintertime. It's just so cold, and you gotta grow something. You got the itch for gardening. We got a field pumpkin that sprouted here, pie pumpkins. We could go and plant these out once they get a little bigger. Once they get their first true leaves, we can plant them out. These are really close together. Spooky pumpkin. That's a really tiny little cute pumpkin. This is Casper White. Got Jarradell. Oh, one died. Let's see here. What are you? Oh, my whole tray is backwards. Golden zucchini. Cocozelle zucchini. Birdhouse gourd. Spaghetti squash. Butternut squash. Oh, those look good. Loofahs. Those don't look good. Green zucchini. Those don't look good either. Alright, I need to fertilize. And it's gonna rain. It's sprinkling now. Yeah, yellowing on the tomatoes. I just gave you guys your own pots. Oh, look, see, their roots are coming up. They were super disturbed. They all did face plants. Ooh, there's a lot of bees over here, which is weird. None of that really is doing anything. So I need to reseed. I'll come through with some fish emulsion and fertilize everything because I want to catch it as I'm noticing the discoloration. I don't want to try to fix it after it's past the point to where it can be saved. Because there is a point and you can pass it. Okay, it is sprinkling and the wind is coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Doesn't really seem like we got very much accomplished, but another tree came down, a whole lot more wisteria vines, and for the most part, the path is pretty done. It's pretty level. Still have to work a little bit on the drainage, but you know, for the most part, everything's good. It's good to go. So thanks again for hanging out with me. If you like this video, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Hollow Acres Homestead. We'll see you next time.